kids have to see you live the legacy.
That's
Don't
right.
just
Oh yeah,
leave
you
it.
better. Now
You gotta live the legacy.
So I ended up selling drugs, and I was paying the bills. I was taking care of my brother.
I'm excited. I know parents are excited. They're sending me.
Are you sure that you heard me when I was talking to you, Lord? Because in order for me to be able to submit.
I don't know why it doubled up on us. You know how the enemy works. And go, we're not gonna say it's the enemy. We're gonna call it the internet of me,
There
the
you go.
Wi-Fi of me, the me. Yeah, it's always something with this
Technology.
thing. Technology lead. Hey, Cindy. Good morning. Look at my my best friend, my cousin, my love her. Just she love me. Let me stop. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another segment of Early Morning Coffee with Marvina and BF, where we give a voice to the voiceless and we let you say what is on your mind. Good morning. Come on in. All we are just going to have a lovely morning this morning. I'm just excited about this one. Okay. Let me just tell y'all, this ain't something that I'm taking lightly because this is special. I'm just telling y'all. But before we get started, of course, I'll get going. I know y'all see my little cup is getting kind of distorted because I'm using that. But anyway, in my cup, I got some coffee. I went downstairs and got some more coffee, so I don't actually know what kind of coffee it is, but I know what kind of creamer. I'm still doing the French vanilla, and I'm doing the original mix with a lot of sugar. Sweet as I am. Sugar. Well, let me introduce some and present to other my BFF, Eva. Good morning, BFF.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's in the bag, family? This morning, before we get started, I do have my mug. I found my mug again, my
Good.
tumbler, whatever you want to call it. And I am drinking some 8 o'clock original with some, of course, some equal, for the diabetics in the house, and some sugar free,
Yay. There you go.
international delight carrier macchiato. And it is actually delicious. So that's what I'm drinking this
For
morning.
all the diabeticals in the house, we still,
Look, diabetics or people who just
it's
want to cut
funny
out
though.
sugar.
It's funny though. It's just, we look at things like that as a problem, but it really isn't an issue. It's just you just have to eat properly. We was talking about that even with dieting and people looking at stuff as dieting and stuff like that, whereas it's just eating proper and you stop looking at it as a problem and look at it as a beautiful solution. You
Yeah, I
can't,
just look at it. Yeah, it's just
yeah,
a way. It's just a different way of
way of
eating
life.
that fits you.
Yeah,
That fits you and your lifestyle. So
that
for
might
me
be
and
a
my lifestyle,
no sugar. No sweeteners.
that's right. I had to make the changes.
I'm
And sometimes I
excited.
get carried away with it, and I have to put a little sugar
Yeah.
um
Dr. Mac used to
into
say,
my
when you put a
diet.
little sugar in your life, put a little sugar in it. When mommy
Yeah, a
was
little
when
bit.
mommy was living, I used to see she used to sneak every once in a while. She did. She didn't take it totally out. She just maintained it. She knew when to when not. She just, she knew her body. She understood that
Mm-hmm.
diabetes, because she was going through it for a long time. So it's always a thing where understanding your lifestyle, and you get a better
Yeah.
understanding of it, you could kind of do something about it. And I commend my BFF because she took the sugar out of it. She said, I got what? I got diabetic. Uh-uh. I'm not eating that. I'm not eating no more of that. I'm gonna take it totally out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
You know, to God be the glory. If
yeah.
your sugar levels are 722, you
My
I can
girl.
laugh about it now,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I do not
yeah,
want to be back in that situation
yeah,
ever, ever. How
yeah.
you said again?
Well, let me tell y'all, I am excited about this next course of our life. Whereas for what's in the bag, we have some great things coming up. But before
Hmm.
we want to talk about, we got a great topic today. Today is it's a blessed day because for a lot of us to come in to empty our bags, and I said this before, it's not always easy, not just to be able to talk, but even the way the time is, some certain parts is people still sleep, and in certain parts, and we want them to come on the bag and talk. So it might be 9 o'clock for us, but they must be like, huh? What do you mean? I'm not no morning person. I ain't doing that. But the ones that do, I commend them. But before we even get all into that, I want to go ahead on and let y'all. And after this commercial, we have a commercial. I'm going to introduce this person that gonna come into our special guest. God bless y'all. Hold on.
Yeah.
Again? We've lost everything.
You hear that?
Yeah, and I have to ask, what's in your bag?
Huh?
Yes, it seems like you're carrying a load.
He's
Wow.
he's an
Wow.
addict.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, we can help you put a voice to that.
You can be open and judgment free.
Can you identify with what this young lady is feeling? If so, let me tell you about a new platform coming to social media entitled What's in the Bag Presents Be Open. It's going to be a platform dealing with recovery in a way that's refreshing, insightful, challenging, and thoughtful. It's going to be a place where you can empty your bag and give voice to all the thoughts and fears and challenges that you may be feeling, but also a place where you can share some of your victories. So I can't wait to see who joins us. Be on the lookout. Once again, What's in the Bag presents Be Open.
Good morning, y'all. Okay, y'all look out for that. I don't know if I look like I froze up. I don't know. Am I froze, y'all?
You are.
Okay,
But there
let
you go.
let
Now you're moving.
yeah, we gonna let the thing catch up because for some reason you know how this Wi-Fi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? If you can't
Yeah.
hear me, I'm froze. At least you can hear me, right? You can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. Yes, good morning. Well, let me introduce to some and present to other my cousin.
Morning,
And let me
cousin.
say to y'all, I'm gonna come out for a second. Let me see if I can come in. But um this right here, this is special to us because like I said, um she's all the way in California. She's in California. So right now,
Mhm.
you think about it, what time it is. It's 9 o'clock our time. And what time is it there for you?
6.
Morning for me.
Jesus. Yes, ma'am. And that's a blessing. Look at me. I'm just frozen. I'm so cute.
Oh, yes, you are.
I look like I'm whistling. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to ask you what I know you have a cup over there. Go ahead
Yeah.
on and let me know what you got in that cup, girl.
I steeped every morning. I start with tea. It's a bunch of herbs. I'll try to remember them. There's dandelion, burdock, nettle, linden, echinacea, elderberry.
Wow.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
There's a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I
And
steep
and
for like 40 minutes.
love it. Love gives you what a burst of what? Because I know, I mean, tea. Because I know when I drink my coffee, it gives me a burst of energy. It gives me, all kinds of stuff. But it's bad for me. It's bad for me, but I just want what does that your tea? What the tea
Well,
teach you?
all the herbs have a different function. So, like the dandelion and burdock, I do because that helps with your liver. And then the nettle is good for your immune system, echinacea as well, and elderberry. So for me, it's just a start the day with power, like powering and fueling my
Yeah.
body and nourishing it so that it can
I
carry on.
like that.
Yes, yes, honey. See,
Okay.
y'all learning some things. We need to find out what.
Oh
Look at that face. It helps. It's not like she ain't modeling what she's drinking. So y'all better take heed, find out what she's drinking, because I'm about to. Anyway, and now since we are on this subject of your beautiness, let's go ahead on and ask you a question. Ma'am, what's in your bag, girl? What's in your bag? Look at this.
no. There's so many things in my bag. Where do we start? First, I want to start by saying good morning, cousin Cindy. I see you in there, and good morning, your dad. I feel like I probably know who this is from Instagram. What's in my bag? A lot of things. I think this morning we want to talk about being a mompreneur and raising a kidpreneur.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Give us a little bit on that, cause people don't know understand your topic. Tell them about your story, girl.
okay. So my daughter, who's now 10, my beautiful daughter Madison, has always been confident and bubbly. And when she was 3, she started school at age 3. And at age 3, there was a book that one of the teachers read. And I forget the exact title, but it was something along the lines of smudge. And in the book, basically the narrative was there's this black smudge and then all the other color smudges, but all the other color smudges were scared of this black smudge, or the black smudge was angry and dangerous. And I think at the end, the idea was, oh, don't be afraid of the black smudge. But she definitely internalized that as like black and brown is bad. And she was one of
Wow.
the few black students in her class, in her school, and in the area that we live in, and she started to not like her brown skin when she was just 3. And being a ethnic person and an ethnic mama, I've always known we were gonna have to have the skin, the race conversation. Like, that's coming.
Right,
But I thought that would be later. I didn't know I didn't realize that it would start at 3, which makes it a little more complicated because how do you explain the brokenness of the world to a 3-year-old?
right,
and
right,
and make sure that she knows it's not her fault. It's the ignorance and the fear and the stupidity of everyone else. It has nothing to do with us. It's just like
Right.
right.
stupid reason to not like someone because of their biological makeup. And she was internalizing it as I'm not pretty, I'm not good enough, I don't belong, I'm not valued.
Mm.
And our blood, like that doesn't
Right.
work. I
That's
was like,
right.
Right.
oh no, we're not gonna have that. You're not these
That's
people
right.
what you have going on.
Right.
She shines bright. She is radiant. She is brilliant. She is beautiful. And there was no way I was going to let anyone dim her light and steal her shine because
Right.
of their own insecurities and their own self-hatred. Like it just wasn't, that didn't sit well with me, and I couldn't just stand by and let it happen.
That's
So
right.
then the book didn't come then. When she was 3, I was trying to troubleshoot, and I'm like, how do we fix this? And I was like, okay. I started paying attention to what she was consuming, the books, the dolls, the TV shows, the movies. Everything she saw was white, 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 white. And it's a
Mm.
lot better today, but when she was 3, we still didn't have a lot of
Right.
diversity and things. So we started very intentionally buying her dolls that look like her, watching shows that look like us, movies, like making sure that she saw.
Mhm.
Well, we went to Michael's, the arts and crafts store, and got a bunch of stuff to make our own dolls. And so they were,
Oh.
styrofoam things, and we put it together. I got all the hues of brown, and so we painted the brown dolls. And I have a video of her, and she's like singing while she's painting, like, "You're so beautiful." And so it started
Love it.
that going. And then fast forward when she was 6, 3 years after that, that's when COVID happened. And so we were locked down. I had started a new job that I was working like 14 hours a day. And so when everything shut down, it still was, it's like 10, 12 it was a 9 to 5 job, but it was so stressful and intense that it was taking out of me like 10, 11, 12 hours a day while she was trying to do school and we're crammed into our little place. And writing is something that I've always done, and it's what I know. It's an outlet for me. And so I remember vividly there was one night I couldn't sleep. I was really stressed out. I was sad. I just didn't know anything. I just was like, what do we do here? And I'm like, how do I help her through COVID as an only child? She has no friends and she depends, like she's very extroverted and likes interaction. And I was like, we should write a book together.
Wow.
So I wrote an outline because I knew that I wanted her to write it with me. So I just did an outline. And when she woke up the next day, I was like, we're going to write a book. And so I started asking her, she's 6, so it was guidance. So I was like, what do you think about this scene? What kind of font should we use? What do you think about this character? And we had an illustrator. And every time came back, I'm like, what do you think we should change? Just to make sure she was included in writing the book.
I love it.
Good morning, everybody. Hi, Debbie. We got really lucky. So that year, I think we released it in the summer or maybe early fall. And we got so lucky. OWN Network actually found us and they featured us on their Christmas special, which you're showing right now.
Yes. I wanted to go ahead. Go ahead. I'm going to go ahead on and show. Go ahead. You can keep on talking. I'll just.
Okay.
I was trying not to go too for you because I know you didn't get to the book yet, but I wouldn't. Girl, I'm ready to show these pictures. Go ahead.
That she's holding in that picture. That was 100 Days Inside. That's the book that came from it. That's the book that we got featured on OWN Network. And then our book was included in the 2021 Grammys gift bags. And that specific Grammys was the most inclusive gift bag ever. They made sure to have diversity and inclusivity within that bag. So it was really special for us to be in there because our mission is cultivating inclusivity and mindfulness through creativity. And we did the kids' affirmation cards, and it was very inclusive. Again, like I tried to think of everybody that I could from different religions, different physical body types, different capabilities, different, the way that we appeared, like different ethnicities and every religion. Did I say that already?
Yeah, yes, we got you.
And that was really special. And then so when we did that, we got featured on NBC, and that was really exciting. And then from there, we got Spectrum News. We've been on Mañana Latina because we translated that first book, 100 Days Inside, into Spanish. Well, my mommy, she's Ecuadorian.
Yes.
Biracial. My mom is an immigrant from Ecuador, and she translated our first book into Spanish for us. And so that was also very special that it was like a girl power family, 3-generational coming together.
Yes.
And we plan to do it. And then we released our second book, 100 Days Inside. So we're hoping, everyone please keep your fingers crossed. We've been in the works for like a year of having a celebrity record the audiobook version of it.
Yes, nice.
They say it's still happening, but it's Hollywood, so you never know. So keep your fingers crossed. Pray for that. Yeah, that's kind of the story.
Look, girl, that's a story behind. So, as far as the book concerned, the inspiration came from your situation, but did Madeline? Did she put the words together? How did y'all come up with the plot of the book from the beginning?
Yeah, so the story is actually based on our actual experience during quarantine. So it's from the perspective of Maddie, and then I tried to incorporate our family and her friends in it, like her dad, and so it's the story it's called 100 Days Inside, and it's basically a story about a little girl who's navigating an only child in a co-parenting dynamic, who's navigating all of her very big emotions while the world is shut down in quarantine. And so it's that she misses. And what makes her sad, but what we do together to help her through it. So we play, we do art, and when mommy's busy, then she'll FaceTime abuela and they cook, and so it's
Wow.
the plot of that was the
So she
inspiration.
would. So it's just basically on her life and what she's seen out of her eyes
I
mainly.
love
I
it.
love that. Yvonne, you
And
got something? I'm sorry.
no, sorry, I was just gonna say the
Yeah,
idea.
I do. You know,
What was that?
go ahead,
Oh,
Marvina. You had said something.
No, no, no. I was letting. I asked you a question, but then Fiona said she was saying something, so I hated to cut her off.
Oh,
I apologize. Yeah, go ahead, Fiona. What you was about to say?
I was just gonna say the idea with the book is like one, it was this business, so it was showing her how to monetize her creativity, but also, and then us having like a bonding project, and then being able to incorporate our mission of inclusivity and diversity and mindfulness. That's really important to me is emotional health, but also I was thinking about the fact that she was 6 when COVID happened. At some point, the world was going to open up, life was going to go on, and we were going to forget what she felt in these moments. And that might
Mm,
show up later.
hmm.
Later, she might have some anxiety that she doesn't
mm,
understand how she's forgotten where it came from. So the book
mm,
kind of also like a time capsule because now she always has this reference in
mm,
writing of
mm,
what she went through during a global pandemic. So that was,
mm,
I just,
mm.
what was your
Wow.
question? Sorry.
That's that's amazing. Well, first let me say thank you so much because I can remember when my daughter she's 39 now, but when she was in kindergarten, she was actually suspended in
Mm,
kindergarten. She was suspended in kindergarten over crayons and the color of the crayons, and they were trying to explain black, white, the colors. And she told them, she said, I'm not black. That's the color of the shoe that I have on. And they wanted her to apologize. She even told them, she said, that person's not white. That crayon in their skin, two different colors. And I
Mm,
remember fighting the school system and all of that. So my hat is off to you for taking up the charge and the challenge and saying, I'm going to show my daughter how beautiful she is because that is so, so very important.
yeah.
When you took up this fight, did you have to go? Did you go to the school and
Oh,
have the opportunity to speak with them?
I am very well known in that school for all of the years. Yeah, vocal, which I got from both of my parents. They were both very vocal. We don't, you don't back down. I am a huge advocate, and it's because I was taught and I know and I was shown that we are our children's advocate. If we don't do it, no one else is going to do it. No one's going to
yeah.
take care of your kid just because, ideally that would be great. But if you're not doing it, you can't expect others to do it. And
Right.
being black comes with you have to be ready to do that. So I'm not hostile, but in any means, just by nature, like I'm such a gentle, soft, like sensitive person.
Yeah,
And
you
I
are.
cry all the time.
Yes.
So I went to the school. I had the book removed, and I would send them resources on books and curriculum and ways that they could incorporate diversity. I challenged. They had a banner across the classroom, which I grew up with too, and it's the banner of like all the historical public figures, and there's the only diversity is like Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks. There's one Indian person, like Native American, but who's dressed in fully their, what they wear, and then like a Latina. I think it's Cesar Chavez, and that's kind of it. And we
Right.
know that
Mhm.
we've been getting that for years. It's regurgitated, but there's so much
Much
more.
more.
There's
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
many people in our history, in American history. It's not just Black history. We are the foundation of this nation.
Right.
So to answer your question, yes, I'm very vocal. I always have been. I advocate for her. They are so sick of me and I don't care. And I told one of
Good.
her teachers, I told one of her teachers, we were having a conversation. And I said, I get that me bringing this conversation up constantly is comfortable for them because it's not their reality. It's
Right.
uncomfortable for us because we live this reality,
That's
and
right.
it triggers them. Like there's an emotional trigger that comes from someone disrupting your comfort and your privilege. I get it. Like I
Yes.
understand that's not an easy conversation. And if you end there's a trigger when you feel like someone is villainizing you, which I try to be very
Exactly.
do because I don't lead with everyone is bad intention. I lead with everyone is well intentioned and maybe they're misinformed or maybe they don't see, they're not aware.
That's right.
Mm.
I try to use it as like a teaching lesson or like an
That's right.
education sharing so that you are aware of someone else's reality because everyone is living a different reality.
That's
And
right.
so and I told this teacher, I understand and I'm compassionate and empathetic toward the fact that sometimes it hurts feelings or upsets people, but their feelings and adults' feelings are not my priority. My priority is
Right.
my
That's
child's
right.
feelings who is learning how to human. We should have gotten the coping skills, and if we didn't get that education as an adult, we can choose to learn and acquire how to
That's
healthfully
right.
deal with our emotions and cope. And
That's
that's
right.
not anyone else's responsibility, especially a child's.
Right.
So
Yes.
my daughter's emotional health and her peace of mind and her feeling of belonging and knowing that she belongs and is valued and is respected has always been important to me. It's also important
That's
to me
right.
sees me speaking up for her because
That's
that's going
right.
to help cultivate her own voice. Then she'll know, oh, it's okay for me to speak up, and my mom has got my back.
Yes.
Yes. And and it's funny though you say that. I know I'm frozen, y'all, but y'all listen to my voice. It's
Yeah,
funny though, these schools, they
yeah,
want you to, you can complain and explain and then but after
Mm-hmm.
a while they want you to sweep it up under the rug. They just want it to go away.
yes,
And
Mm-hmm.
when you are passionate so much about something, because I understand the light skin, dark skin thing, and my brother can testify to this. I had an issue with being the dark skin system. All my siblings are lighter than me.
mm,
And I had a problem with it also because I thought that because they were lighter than me, that they're more beautiful than I am.
right,
And I was it took me till I confessed it out of my mouth and understood the color situation.
yeah,
Um, it's just it's the beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and God made us all in different colors, and
Mm-hmm.
some are lighter, some are darker, some are we
yeah,
come together as human beings and from different generations or from different nationalities come together. We get lighter, we get darker, we got and I didn't understand it, and I commend you because it helps me. You know what I'm saying? Not just the babies, but it helps me to understand that growing up, you can taint a child's mind just by saying
Yes.
simple stuff like the color black is not a beautiful color when they call
Mm-hmm.
you black.
right,
So then you
Mm-hmm.
substituting the fact that we're not all black, we're brown, we're pink, we're all these different colors, but because of people, they want to put us in a category. So
yeah,
we were categorized as black,
Yeah.
not categorized as brown or any type of colors like that. But it really
exactly,
doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter. We all bleed the same. We live, die. We all come in this world. And I love the fact that you allowed Madison to understand this color thing and not let it become because you could have swept it
Yeah.
under the yeah, you could have left it right where it was. But the importance of your daughter feeling her color, her looks, her none of that more important than you just being yourself and being a beautiful child that you are. And I commend you with that. But I do have another question to ask you, and I'm just gonna be frank. How do we find out where to get this book? Because I'm ready to get. I heard about it. Now this is my cousin, so I'm not gonna let y'all think that that I'm that she's, but she is literally my cousin, and I think this book needs to be here in Georgia. This book needs to be in every school. I think this book needs to be put out there, and if someone is in another in a school system or in a household or something, and you don't know what your kids are troubled by because a lot of
That's
times
right.
society makes them look, feel ugly because of the way they look, the way they size, the way, stuff like that. So this right here, I, I'm 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 so happy and blessed
Positivity.
and positive, yes. So go ahead
Yeah.
on. I got some up there to tell everybody how they can get this book, baby. Get this
Yeah,
book.
you. So books are available on Amazon. 100 Days Inside and 100 Days Outside. It's a series, and I think we're going to try to continue the series to build that more into that series with a focus
Mm,
on different situations and the emotional health, the mindfulness part of it.
Ooh,
Um,
love it.
on what you said, actually, cousin, thank you for saying about the school system. That is a goal. A goal of mine is to have both of the books incorporated into the public school system as curriculum, as a textbook. Um, and the reason that that came about is because when we released our first one and when we did the affirmation cards, we got so much positive feedback from teachers, from parents, from counselors, from therapists. There's a counselor who uses our affirmation cards in her sessions with her kids. Um, and a lot of people did say the same, they echoed what you were saying, like this should be part of the school. So with our second book, the 100 Days Outside, I actually created curriculum. It follows the Common Core state standards. I went and looked them up and researched to make sure that it was in line with that. And it has
wonderful.
activities, matching activity pages that correspond with the book for grades pre-K through 5, I think, or K through 5. I think it's K through
Mm.
5. So I have all of that already. So that is a goal. So any teachers, if they're watching, let me know, and I'm happy to send
Yes.
the curriculum.
Grandmothers, mothers, all of those people. This
Love
should be
it.
in a household. This is a
Yeah.
household thing right here because we taint our children, not
Mhm.
realizing it.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
understand that our children, all you gotta do is think about you when you was a kid and how you thought and felt, and then you can kind of get a better understand how these children are feeling because it's far worse
That's
now.
right.
It's
Yeah.
far
Yeah.
worse. Yes, this
Well,
is
I could tell you
Q&A
one.
time. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vaughn. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
could
I'm
tell
sorry.
you one thing. I can tell you that you did something else through your experience with your daughter. You became your daughter's hero versus
Oh, I
allowing
love it.
society
I think I
and
have.
the athletes and the actors and actresses become the hero. You
Yes.
are your daughter's hero,
Yes.
and that's it.
Yes.
That speaks volumes. I mean,
Yes.
that says a lot because a lot of times, we our kids, we don't a lot of us don't become involved or engaged with our kids enough to where they look at us and want to be us or be better than. A lot of times
Yeah.
they look at the athletes or the movie stars and that's who they want to be. But look at what you're doing. You go, girl.
Yes, she
I
one of our spoken ones. You might not know, but you are definitely one of the spoken ones in the family that we are very, very, very proud of. Because you ain't it's hard out here for us and to be a young entrepreneur. She already getting the concept of understanding business and writing
Hmm.
a book. Because see, as a kid, you like you said, if your parents don't push things on you, you don't know where you're going. Your guidance,
That's
it
right.
starts with your children, it's your family, your parents, and people, the village. And if you're not putting anything into your children find wind up learning who they are and what they like in the later years. And it's kind of sometimes it's hard because you don't know. It's hard, and I'm speaking from experience. I'm so glad that you thought about her as far as business. This is
Yeah.
something good, and a lot of other parents need to look at it. What can we do together? And I'm not talking about just putting them on social media and dressing them up and putting all these grown
Come on, girl, to
clothes
say
on
it.
them and trying to live your life through your children like that. I'm talking about real values. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm talking
Hmm.
about that real. She now knows that her color of her skin is just as beautiful as the next woman or next child that's right next to
Hmm.
her.
Yeah.
That's what that book shows her. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. We got some
Yes.
questions over here. I see what you wrote over here, Cindy. We're gonna write this up. We're gonna put this up right here. we just got African American Black history in our schools here in Georgia. So hopefully we can get her book in early development for young children.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, we can try. We're gonna try. We're gonna make sure it happens. Yes, ma'am. Because we got to support each other. And a lot of people
that's
like, well,
right.
she might get bigger than me. No. Y'all never know what God could. Do you know blessings comes through you? If I pray for
Mm,
you, them same blessings that I'm praying for comes back to me because
Yeah.
even if it's a selfish prayer,
comes
because
back
I thought
tenfold.
of you. Now, if I get you out there, don't you know your blessings come right?
That's right.
Oh, in that path. So bless someone and oh my God, this is so wonderful. Okay, somebody said, hello, beautiful. Hey, hey, look who
Good
that is,
morning, Cage. Good morning.
Paige, how are you? Let's see what else. Okay, this one right here. I like this is a young man. Think it's a young man because he wanted to know was he the only guy on here. We don't care if you're the only guy. We care you need to talk about what's in your bag. You need to come out here.
And
Parents
I
are
doubt
not
very seriously you're the only guy.
no, you're not. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Parents are not athletes and celebrities should be our children's heroes. No, I know that's why parents should always be the heroes.
Exactly.
We're the first, interaction to this world. We got to also stop thinking the teachers are the heroes when it's up to us to be the heroes of our children. Hey, cuz, love you guys. Love you too. Bye.
Mhm.
Love you too. Bye. So I got, I know that this is, let me say, this is a great adventure for you because you know what? This is your only child. You don't have any more babies. You have one baby. One. I always wonder how that feels to just have one. I have five.
That's a little late in the game to try to
Yeah.
figure that one out.
I love it.
33 years ago, baby. That was the first. So how important is it for you to because I had asked the same question on one of the messages. How is it important for you to guide your child, to have your child stable before they even get to the adult? Because a lot of times we don't think about our kids. We work and put roof over their heads, but we don't think about their future. And I know this was
Mhm.
one of the parts of your reasonings for doing this. So how important was that for you? What made it, did that strive you to where you want where she is today?
Oh yeah. I have anxiety, ADHD, like I'm an overthinker. So I think about every possible situation all the time. I don't recommend doing that. It's not great. But because I think so much, I'm always thinking about her future. I think about how every single action I take today and
Yes.
interaction I have with her is data that she is storing in her nervous system, she's internalizing. I'm going to
Mm.
the combination of her dad and me and then other external factors, but probably more prominently her dad and I are going to be her inner voice.
Right.
That is what's going to guide her in life. And so I'm trying to, and it's what guided, and when I learned that, it made me look internally and I'm like, oh, that's what guided me. And I love my parents and they did the
Yes.
good with what they had. And I'm
Mhm.
so grateful, but there were a lot of things that I work through now because of what was given to me or not given to me in my own.
Right.
And so my mom always did say every generation should be better than the next. And I
That's right.
firmly believe that.
Mhm.
They did that for us as much as they could. They did that in the way that they could. And
Mhm.
my goal is to do that for my daughter and make sure that she is better than me. She blossoms way beyond what we are able to give her. And so I constantly think about her future and setting her up and making sure that she has the tools to navigate. Life is really hard.
Yes.
Yes.
It's really
Yes.
challenging. Don't maybe even more so. It's challenging. That's just that's just what life is. It's waves. There's ups and downs, and that is just the truth of life. And it's even more challenging and can be crippling for some people when you don't have awareness and you don't have tools.
Right.
And I want in a position where she's like, I don't have the tools and I don't have the awareness, and she becomes stagnant and stuck. So
Right.
think about her future in the sense of giving her coping skills, like healthy coping skills, so she can get through it, get through all of the inevitable trials and tribulations, and then also giving her a step up in terms of financial. Like, we don't learn financial health in school,
Right.
especially in our community,
No.
being a Black community. We don't get that. You don't learn about
Right.
money, you learn about
Right.
how to manage your finances. I'm
None of
30
that.
old. So we also, her dad is much better at it than I am, but he is teaching her investing. She can tell you about stocks and how to trade.
Wow.
Love it.
And
Yes.
Wow.
she has her
Beautiful.
debit card, and so with the debit card she gets it automatically gets funded. Like when she does chores, then she gets some money, and then and he already set it up so that it gets distributed. She knows how much she puts in savings, how much she invests, and how much she gets for herself. So
That's
we're
what I'm talking
Love
about.
it.
so that she'll have that skill. Money won't be scary for her when she grows up. Like money was scary for me, so I was like,
Me too.
I don't want
Yes.
to.
Yes. Still is.
Yeah, it still is. Yeah,
Still
exactly.
is.
So we're thinking that the way that you conquer fear is through knowledge. So we're
Yes.
trying to knowledge that it doesn't develop into a fear, so she doesn't have
Right.
fear, because that's crippling too. That holds us back.
Right.
Money fear. So I forgot the original question. Oh, her future. Yeah. So we're trying to.
But you did it. You talked about it. But it's funny when you said that was something that you kind of. I'm kind of bringing this back. As each one of the generations, we do better because we pay attention to what our parents did that we don't want to do, or what
Mm-hmm.
they did what we need to do, but they only taught us what they could, and then by
That's
them
right.
trying to make sure we're okay, we're able to take that, baton, and do that same thing plus more with our children.
Mm-hmm.
So of course we give them a voice. We talk to them as, like my BFF always say, little people, because they're little people.
Yeah, that's
If
right.
you
They're little
listen to
people.
if you listen to a child, I seen them as small as 2 years old and pay attention. Even infants,
Mm-hmm.
they little people. And if you pay attention to their voice and what they're saying through their eyes, their emotions, everything,
Mm-hmm.
you'll realize they're not too much different from us. We have to guide them. They're just what we call
Yeah.
little people that need guidance, and we're there to do that for them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not dumb. I sometimes I think some of them been
Oh
here
no.
before, especially the ones that be talking, and you looking at them, they be talking at us. I'm saying, where did you get that from? And I don't, you know what I'm saying? So they're little people, and our parents may
Mm-hmm.
not been 100. We felt, because I feel like they only know how to do what they know how. They only can do what they can do. And if they
Mm-hmm.
love us like I know my mom did, I know my dad did, I know how they do. They only right then trying to survive. They learned how to survive, and now it's our
Right.
turn to survive and teach our children, or whatever the case may be. But like I said, I commend you for this. This is awesome, man.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
awesome. Yep. So
I'm going to buy this book. I'm going to all of my grandchildren
Christmas.
are all of my grandchildren are mixed.
Oh, really?
And my one all I have 7 of them, and they're all mixed. And my youngest granddaughter is 6, and I know that she has said to me that they call her spaghetti color and all of this other kind of. I've never heard some of these names and things before, and she was feeling some kind of way. She was, and I know that in speaking to her parents, they, what I told them was buy her dolls of all races and nationalities and start to show her the beauty of everything. And I just really believe that this book is going to help all
Yeah.
of them. So I'm going to invest and get this for get this for
Yeah.
Christmas
all of my
time.
grandkids.
Yeah,
And
this is
I'll
a good
send
Christmas
your,
gift.
your address, and I'll send
Yeah.
you a card after
Ah,
cards. I think that will help too.
yes.
Thank you. Ooh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I
What
definitely.
what could you read that, Vaughn?
Let's see here. Let me see. I don't see it on my
Peach
side for
Fifi,
whatever
I
reason.
see that.
Peach Fifi, this is, go ahead. You go ahead for it. Do it. You
Uh,
got it? Look.
Teach Fifi, this is so powerful to share with others, so we as a people can teach the young ones to become greater, to become greater than us. So proud of all of your accomplishments and overcoming your fears. Thank you, cousin. I love you.
Who's Fifi? Who's Fifi? Who Fifi? Fifi! Don't you got me started. Okay, I like that. It fit. It fit. I love that. Good morning. Good morning. What does this one right here say? I love you too. I love you too, spaghetti. Is that a new one?
Somebody says spaghetti. That's a new one. I've heard of vanilla bean. Yes, I've never heard. When she said, and I'll be honest, I did kind of giggle a little bit, but then
Yeah,
I realized that she was serious.
yeah.
She was serious, and
You
she said,
mentioned.
"Gma, it's not funny because I'm not spaghetti." So I
Oh,
had to tell her, "I'm so sorry," but I was trying to explain to her I've never heard that one before.
Look at me
So
dancing.
yeah, so that was different.
She has a beautiful magazine she would like to feature you in.
oh,
We're gonna
thank you so
hook
much.
you on
Yes.
up
Oh,
on this.
Oh,
Yes, baby. Yes, this is
yes.
great. This is great. This is great. This is what I love about what's the collaboration. You don't know who's out there,
Yes.
what's out there until you
Watching.
collaborate like this and talk about it. And now, yes, this is gonna be wonderful. Yes,
And
she
the
said
name
yes
of her
to my
magazine is Influence Her.
yes,
ooh, I love that.
Influence Her. Yeah, so
yes.
it's a great magazine. We were
Yes,
featured in there, and I think that'll be that's going to be amazing.
that's
I
gonna be
Love it.
amazing, amazing. And I'm definitely gonna make sure she gets your information on this because baby, it needs to get out. I'm just really in
Yeah.
all of it because I remember feeling the way Madison did.
I
Just knowing
too.
you
Even now,
Hmm.
conversations with my mom about it, and it's so interesting. My mom is Ecuadorian, so it was such a culture difference because she didn't come here until she married my dad. So she was
right.
learning the culture while trying to raise biracial kids, and so there was
Wow.
Wow.
didn't think about like it wasn't intentional, it just didn't. So I had all the white Barbies. She didn't know.
Yes. Yeah.
Reflecting on it, she will like now that I'm vocal about it and she sees what I'm doing with Maddie. We've had conversations. My mom is the sweetest human, pure
Right.
on
That's
earth.
right.
And so it's always just loving and gentle. And she's like, wow, you make me think about things that I didn't realize when guys were growing up. Also,
Mm.
she was working. She was expected to be a full time wife and mother while also being a full time business owner. So she had a lot on her plate, and I don't
Yeah.
have anything against her. At
Girl, she not perfect, honey. She
that,
only do what she know. Let me tell you something. None of our parents, we aren't. Nobody's perfect. We only go as we learn. She seen lighter skin and she wanted to give. That's what the color of your skin was more than anything. I don't think it was the white or the black or the
And
dark
part of
or the
her
light.
culture as
It was a part
well.
of her culture. Yeah, and I love that.
Yeah.
it was
But
just like give the kids toys and
you
and
and get them out of the way. Let them play.
we didn't have to
Let's go on there and play
out.
somewhere.
Well,
Auntie, auntie, I understand. Auntie, I'm the same way. I don't, and it's funny though. I didn't buy my kids any white dolls. Most of my kids' dolls was black, and Lonnie, no, my grandkids is different because she got a mixture. She likes mixture. She don't want just one type. So I get it. That's what I'm saying.
And she
I
also
I
she
didn't.
but she also comes from a biracial family as well. So
mm,
Yeah, the
on her
light
dad's
skin.
side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
light skin. But I'm just saying. Um, I know a lot of light skinned children that their parents just bought them black dolls because they
Yeah. And
associated with
I
black
can't
or
yeah.
dark. You know what I'm
Because
saying? But if you
yeah.
really look at it, it's I don't know. It's I think it's a culture thing. Now that we're getting older and we're understanding, we're
Yeah.
and I think we talked about this, Yvonne. Then we talk about this in a minute. There's not going to be
We
a nationality There's going to be
Yeah, because
all one color because everybody's mixing and mingling together now. What you go
yeah,
in and find
yeah,
out you a part of a whole different, whole about 12 tribes. All of a
yeah.
sudden,
Because
I'm an African from Guatemala who who's black and that came from
yeah.
Chinese 12% of
Well,
Chinese and yeah. So you don't know
well, I mean,
what you are.
yeah, because I'm laughing because of what you said. Because I remember a conversation with my grandmother, and she asked me one day. I came over and she said, "Do you see this? You see this picture? Do you know who this is?" And I said, "No." She said, "Well, that's your great grandmother. She was white." And then so I said, "Oh, okay." She said, "But I've never taken by white dolls and things." And it made me think back about how growing up, how the diversity on my mother's side, but everything that we had was all black, African American. It was there was nothing else
Mhm.
put into that. So I think it is more of a cultural,
I
generational
think so. Mhm.
type thing of how
Mhm.
people feel about their heritage and
Mhm.
what they want to push forward
Mhm.
onto the kids. So yeah,
Mhm. You ain't too many kids you back then that you was giving them blonde hair dolls. You try to get them as close as us as possible because we were supposed to be
yeah,
mommies. You know, our baby
and I think
dolls
it had
was
a lot to do with the
babies.
history.
Yeah, in the history. That was our babies. And
Yeah,
normally you don't see too many little mommies pushing out, different color babies. So we always looked at, okay, if this you play, yeah. If you ever notice the toys, normally, she would use the mommy, and then the boys had the guns and the
yeah.
trucks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you just look at it for what it is. I don't think it was for any type of uh, issue, but I think it became an issue because now we look at it as a color and race thing. My baby just walked out the
Mhm.
door. But anyway, I am so excited about this book. We gonna get this book. I want
Yes.
to get it on our channel. Let's get it on the directory channel. Let's get it on all the group page, and let's let everybody know about it. Let's start marketing it because this book needs to go further than just in
Mhm.
California or wherever
Yeah.
y'all at. We need it here in Georgia and New Jersey and Kansas or Wichita or wherever somebody at, whoever where you at,
It
College
needs to
Park,
become
everywhere.
a global part
Yeah,
of the global academic
I think so. I believe so.
society. It really does. And eventually, my prayer is that it becomes a movie as well. You know,
That's
I'm looking at the
oh, I forgot to tell you. So what a dream I journal and try to manifest
Mhm.
things. And so my recent one has been that it's become a movie and a series, and it gets picked up by major
Yeah.
networking streams. So I'm going to put that out there. But also,
Come on, look, come on, Netflix.
but we also that also the because that has been a dream since the beginning. I did collaborate with a animator. His name is Jason Williams, and he actually did turn our first book into a cartoon. It's a mini.
Oh, nice.
I
But
Oh,
we
want
ain't seen it. I
sorry,
want
it's
to see it.
yeah.
Oh, I
yeah,
can't wait to
Yeah.
see it.
You
I am
have to
so
send us the
proud.
link
I'll send
Yes.
and
you.
go on to our platforms on like what's in the bag and put the link in there so that people can go and view it.
Yes,
That's right.
So we can get
That's
that
right.
viewers up.
I like what these comments over here
Yes.
saying. And when you get a chance,
let me look at the comment.
Fiona, you can go back and answer some of the comments and say loved and all that stuff. Look at our cousin Linda's on there, and look at Jay Williams. Hello. Oh wow, thanks for the shout out. Yup, yup, yup. Yes, yup. Society. Oh yes, we do need this book. Everybody needs to hear that. About color. It's coming out there. She's here. She's close. She's
Yes.
closer than what we think. I'm excited. I love you, cousin.
I
I
love you.
appreciate you for being part of what's in the bag.
Yes.
You need to come on back on. We're gonna get you back in here, and
Yes.
see how far this book is going and the movie and all this stuff. Cause see, I'm getting you while you the little people. Wait till you get older. Don't forget about me now. Don't forget about your cousin. You started right here.
Thank you so much.
You love. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We're gonna let you go because we gotta close this out. But like, everybody give my cousin a love. Woo, hello, give us some love, get some hearts, give us some
Yeah.
love while you there, because guess what?
Thank
This
you.
was
Thank you so much again, Fiona. And I am looking forward to that information. So I'll make sure that you have my information. I can't wait to share this with my grandkids.
Oh, thank you
yes,
so much.
yes, ma'am. I'm
Mhm.
glad too. We will talk to you in a minute, baby. Yes, thank God. Yeah. Give us some love. Give up some love. Give us some. We're gonna give her applause. 'Cause she's just
Yeah.
sipping on her. She's sipping on her tea. Yeah, I can see it, but y'all can't. Well, thank you. Go ahead, Yvonne. You want to take us out? If you want to take us out, I'll pull everything up. If you want to take us out, tell them
Hey,
how they can
okay.
support us. Go ahead, girl. Get it. You
Hey
got it.
guys, so first and foremost, buymeacoffee.com / what's in the bag 21. You guys can buy us a cup of coffee. That helps to support us. That helps us to provide the commercials that you're seeing, have the lovely guest on that you saw today, helps us keep the lights on, helps us keep the studio and all and everything that we're doing. It helps us keep going. And it's also going to help support us as we start to travel. We're getting more and more people that are reaching out to us and want us to come to their neck of the woods, and some of the
Yes.
neck of woods, Wisconsin and Philadelphia, New York, and places like that. So buying us a cup of coffee will help with that. And
Shout
then,
out
like
to
I said,
Chanel. I'm sorry. Shout out to Chanel because she bought us a cup of coffee. Thanks, Chanel. We love you. Go ahead, Vaughn. I'm sorry.
and then and with that being said, if you buy us a cup of coffee at a certain dollar amount, you can have a one-on-one session with us as well. Um, Pick our brains and let us pick your brains.
Yes, love
Um,
it.
Yeah, so and then as it relates to our social media platforms, you guys can join us every day of the week on What's in the Bag, Motivational
Mm.
Monday, Talk About It Tuesday, Wisdom Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, and Friday. And on Friday, you guys will more than likely see a new and original TikTok from Marvina, or she may take and throw up one or two of her old TikToks that will
Shout
just
out to all the
have
people
you
that's on.
laughing.
Shout out to all the people that's on our group page that is posting. We want to thank you for that because we need, because I'm gonna shut it down. I promise you. But see, you got people that see the vision. If they don't do nothing but inspirational or give out, shout out to all the people that's posting on the page. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm going
um,
in between.
yeah, well, you go ahead and you take it from here.
No, you got it. I'm just taking behind you. Go ahead. You can take it. Hey, what's the
So
direction?
now, so what's in the bag directory? This is actually which we're actually changing directions with this page. In the past, it was our business directory because I had someone to ask me that on Sunday. It was previously a business directory. However, we are going to revamp the business directory. But for now, this page, what's in the bag with the question mark, is where you find all of our upcoming events, social media events, guests that's going to appear on our show, public appearances that we may make, and then some places that and businesses that we think that you guys may be interested in, and more comment and sometimes from the guests that we've had on the show.
Okay, so I'm behind her again. I need for all of you that is part of the group, go on and follow the directory page. Follow the directory page. If you know anybody that know everything that we film, all the social media is on that page. So go ahead on and subscribe, follow on that page. We looking
Mhm.
forward to seeing some more of y'all peoples. Go ahead, my BFF.
And then we'll jump over to YouTube. So we are in the process of growing our YouTube channel. So we ask that everybody that is supporting us on What's in the Bag on Facebook and What's in the Bag question mark on Facebook, please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's What's in the Bag 21. no spaces. What's in the Bag 21? Go and subscribe, turn on that notification bell so that you guys can see about anything new and different that we have coming up, and also the segment that we have today will be on there as well, and I know that all of our other segments are on there, so you can go back and take and look at some of your favorite segments. And let me say this: and once you get a chance to go back and you watch some of the segments, put in the comments and let us know what your favorite segment is. We
Love
may take
that.
and bring that guest back, or we may take and show that segment again.
Yes, love that.
And then
And also, go ahead. I'm sorry.
and then we're also on Twitch. Twitch. So for you gamers out there, I know a lot of people think that it is just a gaming platform. It is no longer just a gaming platform. It is taking on a life of its own. So you can post videos and you can share it's very similar to TikTok at this point. So,
Yes.
so go on there and take and support us. And some of you gamers that's on there, while you guys are playing your game, pop up that little side screen and take and watch our segment and let us know how.
Yeah, and also we have a TikTok page. We finally started our TikTok page. Um, what's in the Bag 21 also. This one you're going to see shorts. So when you go on there, you're going to see some shorts, maybe some things that you've seen before. I mean, you didn't get to see, and you see a shorts, and you can it'll take you right back to our YouTube page. We're trying to grow it. It's on its little legs. It's right now. It's infant stage. But we're looking forward to when it starts to crawl and then walk and then run.
We can
So
ready to put it out there.
yeah, it's gonna be out there. So that's our YouTube. We finally got a TikTok page. We didn't know how we wanted to go ahead about and do it, but we did a TikTok page
Yeah.
also on that for What's in the Bag. I think is a good, and also Instagram. We have What's in the Bag 21 on that also. So that's all our social media stuff, and that's all our stuff. We get ready to get up out of here because I have to go to choir rehearsal. I gotta go to
Yes.
choir rehearsal. Uh-huh. That's all my
Hey guys, as we close out, thank you guys so much for joining us again. And as always, any day, any time that God gives us another day, it is a beautiful day. And with that being said, get out there and live life. And as always, stay blessed, be a blessing, and have a blessed day. Love you guys, and
Bye,
thank you so much for
y'all.
joining
Shout
us.
out to all of our followers, everybody that was on. We love you. Thank you. Have a great one.